finally getting ready to start on making some changes to the new truck, Project Thor 2.0. I'm excited because I'm actually at the stage that I wanted to be at with the first project. I could just never get myself over that line to actually start on some of the fun customizations that we get to do to these trucks. If you want to see all the emotions associated with that, go watch the previous video. But we got a nice laundry list of things that we have to get done to this truck. A couple of them are safety reasons, or safety, and they have to get done. First of them, and there's not going to be a video on this because I did it already, I replaced all of the hood bumpers that hold the hood in place all the way around because they were all dry rotted and missing. So all of those things have been replaced, and that's good. The next things on the list include things like my headlight auto off sensor from Black Dog Customs. I'm going to be putting that on first. The battery cutoff switch, I picked that up from Black Dog Customs as well. That's going to be done in short order as well. I might do that at the same time, but we'll see if I can do that. I got a new shifter. I got a new shifter because I was going to do the reverse light switch on it anyways, and the other one is really hard to shift at times, and I just wanted a new one in there. The other ones, the decals on it are all rubbed off and it doesn't look good. So just to give it a nice new look feel to it, I got a new shifter with the reverse light switch and the 24 volt reverse lights. So right now there are reverse lights on it, but they're manual and they're only 12 volt. So I'm going to convert them to the 24 volt ones that I got from Black Dog with the Black Dog Customs reverse light switch and shifter. The next thing, I haven't really dove into it yet, are the windshield wipers. It doesn't have windshield wipers on it right now, and I would really love to get windshield wipers on it. Call me crazy. So there is another problem with that though. The prior owners said that they could never get it to work. The motor would never turn on, and he didn't want to try and troubleshoot it. So we'll be breaking open the windshield and taking a look at why that windshield wiper motor wasn't working. There isn't a motor on it now. He already took it off and put a reverse rear view mirror in that place. So we'll be doing some changes there to get the windshield wiper motor remounted, get the wiring fixed on it if there is a wiring issue, and see if we can't get the wipers working again. That's a safety thing. I have to get that done pretty in short order. The other thing that came up here recently, since I got the truck, the fuel level sensor went out on it. So right now there's a video, and I'll play it here in the bottom right hand corner here. The fuel level thing just isn't working, and now it doesn't even read any fuel level at all. It just kind of bounces between empty and full the entire time. So that has to get replaced. I already got that on order. That's coming in from Midwest Military. And then the last thing that has to get done, and this is a safety thing because I've got an 8-year-old and a 13-year-old, and eventually my wife wants to ride in the truck too. I got to get doors put on it. That is, so I have done an obscene amount of research on doors, guys, trying to figure out which doors I liked, which ones I liked, which ones I didn't like, and I could not. It literally took me months to figure out what kind of doors I want. Probably years with the other truck, because the other truck didn't have doors either, so I was researching it for that truck too. So I researched all the doors that were available on the market that I could find, that everybody was making. I looked at the original manufactured doors from AM General. I didn't like those. None of those were in good shape. It would take a ton of work to get those going. More to come on the door front, but they are on order. They are on their way here, and we are going to get doors remounted to that. There's a lot of stuff I have to do to get the doors ready. I've got to fix some body holes that are around the door area, so that way I can begin, so I have a good clean surface to mount the doors to. So that's going to be happening as well. I got to do dashboard. I have my little list here, by the way. Dashboard. I'm going to do a new dashboard. I've been looking at multiple different dashboards out there that are available. I'll do a separate video on that one. I got to replace the closeout panel. I would say the body panel on the passenger side air vent, where by the passenger side door, front door, that panel there that's got the air vent on it. I just don't like that. I'm never going to use that, and I don't want to just slap a piece of metal over the top of it or on the inside of it to blank it out. I'm going to replace the whole thing and make it look really good. Alpha Customs make a good kit for that so far. That kit's on its way, so I'm going to put that kit on in its place. I got to do a rear bumper on it. It's just got the standard tow hitch on the back of it. There's no airlift bumper. I'm going to get an actual airlift bumper and put it on the back of it, and a tire carrier. So right now I don't have a spare tire for the truck. I really need a spare tire for the truck. So I'm going to get a spare tire carrier and spare tire and put it on the back as well. I got a couple other things as well. The previous owner put in a mechanical switch for the fan for the engine, and that switch is causing a really high-pitched hum and squeal to happen while I'm driving the truck. Even if I don't have it engaged, if I don't have the fan switch switched on, that's the only time that does it. It does it when it's turned off, when the manual switch is turned off. I get this real high-pitched squeal coming out of the engine that sounds almost like locusts. Figured it out, it's that switch, so I'm gonna take that switch out. And when I take that switch out, I'm going to try and attempt, I did it on the last truck. I don't think I made a video about it, but I'm gonna do the Black Dog Customs hydraulic fan delete kit, where you replace the whole fan setup with their delete kit that doesn't do the Cadillac valve on it, and it replaces all of that stuff with the manual switch. So I'm gonna do that as well. And the final piece that I know that I've hit on here, yep, the final piece is a meaner sounding horn. This thing has a sissy sounding horn. So when I've honked at people for fun, I haven't had to like get angry at people in this thing yet. When I've had to honk at people for fun, it's just a little tiny little meep 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 sound, and you know. So there's an air horn on it that the previous owner installed as well. The air horn on it still sounds a little sissy, so I'm going to put a better sounding horn on that. But that's at the bottom of the list of all of these things that I want to get done. So that's my shopping list for this thing. So let's get started on it, guys. All right, guys. So we are here with the Black Dog automatic light turner offer adapter. It's a relay that they build for you automatically that plugs in with the circuits underneath the dashboard. So when you turn off the truck, if your lights are still turned on, then it's all good, right? It'll turn off the lights for you, and you don't have to worry about coming back and turning these things off. My son always yells at me every time I get out of the truck, "Dad, your lights are on." So we are going to replace that. Now, Vaden and them, they do a really good job of explaining in their videos. They posted a video about this. They also include really good instructions for all of their stuff here. So if you get their instructions, I've read through them a couple of times now just to make sure I familiarize myself with them. I'm not a mechanic. I don't know what I'm doing 9 times out of 10. So this is very handy for me. So the one thing his instructions don't tell you to do that I'm going to do, because I'm having a hard time getting underneath there, is I'm going to take this out. I'm going to unscrew it. You can see I've already started unscrewing this one here. I'm going to unscrew this, take it out, and pop it back down so that way I can get access to the one wire that is on the back of it, which is 15A right here. So you can see 15A right there. So I'm going to get to that and start working on that. But if you follow, I'm not going to do a video on this because Vaden and them, they include step-by-step instructions for doing this, right down to the very wires you're going to cut, where you're going to plug things in, even how you tuck this thing back up underneath it. So we're going to get started on this right now. Follow their instructions. Their instructions are really clear. All right, don't forget to when you take this out, follow the instructions for it in the technical manual, but you got to take the 3 knobs off too. Simple screws. I took them out and kept them in their order over here, so I know bottom left, bottom right, top. So yeah, do that and do all 4 screws. I got the turn signal knob to get access to one of them, to get access to this one really easily. And then this one down here, you have to flip this one up to get access to it. Once you do that, you're good to go. All right, got that off. That actually unscrews really simply. With the thing right there, I had to get my pipe wrench to do it, but what you got to do is find 15A, and it actually ended up being the one closest to me right there. So this being the most difficult step so far, I think there's one other difficult spot we have to get to, which is following the instructions. I have to cut, flip this around, following the instructions from Vaden. I have to cut that and strip it so that way I can splice into it. Once I do this, this is the most difficult part of this whole setup here, guys. All right, guys, I got it mounted in here. I'm following Vaden's instructions that they include in their kit. Now it's just dangling in here. I'm going to find a nice little spot to kind of tuck it in here and zip tie it before I put everything back together. Actually, that looks like a really nice spot right there, actually. So I'm going to zip tie this guy back up in here and then put all this stuff back together, and we'll get her turned back on. All right. Got everything hooked back up. Got the batteries reconnected over there. So now let's go ahead and test this. So theoretically, even with the batteries, with the keys out, I should be able to turn on the lights and they should come on. So I'll go ahead and flip those on. We will walk around. I know, it's a long ways. I just can't do it. Yep, they are off right now. So now, let's turn on the truck. Hopefully it turns on. I know, I'm going to replace it. Don't worry, guys. Alright, let's go take a look, see what it looks like. Alright, got my running lights. Brake lights are on now. Let's go take a look. Good sign right there. Headlights. Alright, let's take a look at those. Alright, I think they're working now. So, lights are off. My side running lights right there are off. And if you saw it, the runners are on. And walking around. I know, it's a track. Get my steps in today. Headlights are on. Woohoo! Stupid easy. Stupid easy. Look at that. Love it. Alright, and then if I turn it off, see if I can see. You ought to be able to see it right on the trash can. Right there. You can kind of see the glow from the lights. Turn it off. It looks like it flipped off. Let's go see. All the running lights are off. Running lights are off, and those are off. Whoop! Whew. All right, so project number 1, well, technically 2. You guys missed the bumpers and the hoods. Complete. Man, that was great. Vaden, great job on the parts, dude. I'll link them down here in the video if you guys are interested in doing those yourself. But other than that, guys, take it easy. Have fun.